Update. We have arrived at the Dry Tortugas! Will you look at that? I know it looks so tiny, but just get ready. This is amazing. There's a tower over there, 1875 built, 3-masted tall ship wreck called the Windjammer. Coral reefs, some of the best snorkeling in the United States, and this incredible fort to explore. That a whole school of flying fish just went over the boat.
Love it. I love them.
We saw a shark last night.
Love them.
Flying fish. Wow, dolphins today, just a few. Get ready for an epic adventure. This fort held cannons to fire on ships that came through trade routes, because this is a big trade route up to New Orleans and the mainland.
Yeah.
And it held.
We're gonna go on the tour, so we're gonna be able to tell you so much more.
Oh. And it held Civil War prisoners. They just like brought them out here to build the fort out of bricks. Whoa, let's go! Oh, and meanwhile, look at this water. Look at that. And then one more thing, I put up all these pretty flags. Little flags.
Like our colors.
Yes.
Because we're colorful ladies.
Yes! Whee! And we've been sailing all day. We haven't had to turn on the motor, but for 15 minutes. Ah, this is exactly what we want. Sailing. Whee!
Join us as we travel to the Dry Tortugas, 70 miles west of Key West, on our vintage sailboat Uptown Girl, a 1977 Morgan.
Whole school of flying fish just went over the boat.
I'm Gaea, and this is Laine.
Hello.
And we've been dreaming of going to this national park, but we had no idea of the adventure that was in store for us.
Swimming with sharks, the Civil War, Fort Jefferson, friends on boats that we happened to find out there.
Fire dancing at the Marquesas Keys, epic snorkel dives everywhere we went.
Beautiful sunsets, the bird colonies, especially the frigates.
It was stunning from top to bottom, and we were grateful to get to spend over a week here. So join us on this really short recap of everything we got to do.
There's so much more to see.
So get out there and go on your own adventure.
Find a lighthouse, start there.
You wanted to go to a national park? Here we are.
Here we are. Dry Tortugas. We have friends here. And we get to explore all that and snorkel on the other side. My gosh, it's gonna be a hot one. All right, we're gonna find our anchor spot.
Yeah, I'll get in again. Amazing.
See some birds later. We're gonna go meet some more chickens. We're gonna show Aaron all the chickens.
Oh, there's so many chickens.
Look at all those chickens out there. Apparently we're here for the migration season, so it's a pretty prime time.
There's a lot of ornithology.
This is Fort Jefferson. It is a massive structure that covers pretty much all of Garden Key, the island that it stands on here in the Dry Tortugas. It is made of bricks imported from Maine and then Florida, and it is the largest brick masonry structure
Swing City
in the Americas. It is huge and awe-inspiring. It was built by prisoners during and before the American Civil War to be a awe-inspiring sight for other ships who might approach and try to invade America's new Louisiana Purchase territories up through New Orleans or Mobile or Pensacola or Texas to scare them off. It is so important because it's one of the only safe harbors for hundreds of lives, which is conveniently where we're at. And it is just stunning here. If you want more, check out our full-length amateur tour video of this fort that we regurgitate after taking the professional tour. You're gonna love it.
Andrea.
I think this is one of the coolest places we've anchored so far.
Yeah.
Can you imagine living out here in the days of the big ships in the Civil War era in like 1860 something?
Probably pretty loud. They just were practicing shooting cannons all the time.
I know.
But if you got to break under those trees and just stare at the water,
Mm-hmm.
I think there really was an alligator in the moat.
I'll bet you there
I
was.
need to find out. I need to know.
But truly, this is the coolest place we've anchored our boat so far. Bucket list, I didn't even know it was on my bucket list. But you know, I always wanted to go to the Tortugas.
Yeah, it's always been my bucket list to come here, but I was just like, I'm gonna go because it's the Dry Tortugas. It's the furthest place.
I didn't even think that you could come here. I thought it was just like a made up place in pirate lore.
I thought it was just an island.
It's wild.
It's an island with a whole structure.
I love this about our Artful Adventures, Radical Mood Love style. We're like, that seems really cool, let's go. And then we're like literally looking up stuff on the internet while we're on the way here.
Yeah.
I mean, we vetted it with friends first, but we've known people who've come. It's the coolest place. Look, you can aim this cannon. Guys, it's on wheels. What?
It is the full moon and we are at the Marquesas Keys on our way. It's shallow. We watch the sunset, and as the full moon rises behind us on the trees, we do one of our favorite rituals, lighting things on fire. Laine and I are both fire dancers, and if you didn't know, it's how we met. And so while we don't light fire as much as we would on land, it is always a special occasion for us. So we braved the mosquitoes, dove into the sand, and let ourselves play. Fire allows us to burn away what we don't need and invite in that which we do desire. So join us in the revelry.
snorkeling over here today. This is the North Coal Dock ruins and the North Beach of Fort Jefferson on Bush Key, aka the bird colony. Let's go.
Welcome to the coal docks. These were abandoned in the late 1800s after a hurricane destroyed them. They brought in coal to refuel ships and also to burn to create fresh water here at the fort. They are no longer in service, as you can tell if you look up. They are growing the most magnificent coral and into incredible amounts of fish. As always, we only catch a very small amount of what we see on camera, so you should just go see it yourself. This was an interesting snorkel, an interesting dive, simply because the proximity of the coral. Here you don't kick coral, you don't touch coral, and so weaving our bodies in between all of these structures was difficult. It was hard to keep track of each other, and because it was pretty windy, the visibility wasn't very good, so it was creepy.
That was the north side.
Yes.
So now we're going to go to the south side. It's a little more protected in the harbor. And hopefully it won't be... It was still a little salty. Yeah, a little murky. A little salty.
On the other side, we see an incredible conch shell to start off, and we swim out and around. We snorkeled the moat the other day in some pretty big waves and didn't see too much, but had a great time looking at all these ruins. It is wild to see old things just covered. The sun's starting to go down, visibility is getting low, and guess what we see down here? Oh my gosh. If you like this, we made a whole video that's much longer. So peek that on our YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe. It helps us so much.
Woo! We just saw a shark.
Wow, it was
So we booked it. It was a really big shark. Alright. Yay!
I got that on camera.
No.
We saw a shark. They said that there was a big lemon shark in the harbor, and maybe that's what we saw. It was a big one. We'll look it up, but it was huge. It swam right between me and Laine, and I saw it, and I was like, ah! There was remora stuck on it and all these other animals, like fish along with it, and Laine didn't see it.
I didn't see it, so she saw me and she's like, a shark swam between us, and I was like, I don't like that I can't see that. And then the visibility was going down and down, so we could only see each other, like 3-4 feet. And then it came back by, and it was like, yeah, like 4 feet. We just saw it for a second. I was like, all right,
Time to go. So we
it's time for cocktails.
booked it back. There was also a huge silver brown dirty fish that looked like a barracuda, maybe a giant tarpon, that literally came straight through by my thighs, and I had to get out of its way. It was booking somewhere real fast.
Yeah.
So like the big fish here, not a lie, people have told me we're gonna see bigger fish here than we ever will. We'll see teenier fish. But I think the best word for snorkeling these coal dock ruins is spooky. This is really cool. You should get out here. Serious.
Turns out our friends on Swift, Jeff and Kathy, are in the Dry Tortugas. We make a point to make it here while they're still around. They take us on a super special tour of their custom boat. Everything is curves. It's incredible.
Hello, we're here for a tour.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's where he would be sailing. But anyway,
For the technically minded, when you need to do electrical work.
You don't have to climb into the middle of that.
nope. And
Oh my gosh.
and efficiency and everything.
So-
Wow.
It's the front half of the batteries.
Front half of the batteries.
And then that's the drive shaft, because the engine's up here.
Wow.
So there's about a 20-foot long drive shaft.
Gosh. Yeah, so the anchor locker's up here.
Wow. Yeah, so that's the anchor locker, and then this is something else.
Oh.
No, this is the anchor chain here.
So yeah.
But that's the secondary anchor behind the door.
Yeah, there's a secondary.
Watch the full tour in his own
This
video.
Windward.
This boat is incredible, and we think and talk about it all the time. It's worth it.
Oh, the water
Thank
looks.
you, Jeff and Kathy, for all your friendship. We
And
love
all the
We go underwater on an uninhabited island to see an incredible shallow reef. This is unlike anywhere we've ever been.
We are here on a mooring ball at Loggerhead Key. This is the navigational lighthouse. We motored over. We can be here for about 2 hours. The visibility is stunning today. There's pretty much no wind. It's gonna be great for snorkeling. We got adventure packs. We are ready to snorkel. Got 2 hours. Let's go. Ooh, rock, coral. Thingy's that way. All right, we understood the assignment. So much coral. Look at that old conch. I mean, they do call it Loggerhead Key, which means that there's probably a lot of loggerhead turtles here. Little Africa, that's right. Well, house would live. Is this a solar powered lighthouse? That would be sick. This is, I think, all reef over here. Cool. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to hop in the water. free diving is so much fun. I love spying on fish, and sometimes right when you think it's not that great of a spot, it just, everything changes. The reef life that we saw today was really cool. The coral was beautiful, the soft coral especially. I also love exploring this island where I think we're the only people on it. Here is an egg. And we think that these mark where the turtle nesting habitats might be. Kind of neat. It is Loggerhead Key. Oh, actually, yeah, these are probably turtle spots. Yeah, these are probably 2 turtle nests. What is this? And that claw? I don't know, it's a crab claw.
Definitely a crab. I've never seen a crab claw like that before.
Wow.
Wow.
This is really cool. These are awesome. And another weird alien crustacean. We just picked up so much trash. We saw so much fish. My girlfriend's really hot. Do you see this?
No, my girlfriend. And what about our girlfriend?
So pretty.
So pretty. Wow, wow, wow.
Let's go check on her.
Yeah, let's go see what she's up to. It's time to get off this mooring ball and back to an anchorage for the night. We're gonna catch this gorgeous sunset somewhere. It's been no clouds today, so maybe we'll see the green flash.
This whole sky will turn lavender again.
Oh, a lavender sky. Hey, baby, catch.
Wow.
A shell. Whoa. Woo. Ooh, look like tide's gone out a little bit.
Our anchor is right there. Laine, what you gonna do?
Jump down and make sure it's set so we don't float backwards, since we have a lot of friends with us here.
Yep, we got a lot of people in the anchorage.
All right, going in.
Whoa! So we track it here. We're still in 8 feet.
Huh?
We're still in 8 feet. But we're pulling back because it's up here now, yeah?
Nope, still right here.
Still, all right. So we put out enough road, and then she's setting the anchor so it digs in really well. Because there's no room to slide. Otherwise we gotta do it again. And the water's really nice and warm, so she likes it. We are here. This is the site of the Windjammer. We hope. The Windjammer wreck. That's the ship. But now it looks like that. And what you're gonna see on this camera. There's no wind today, but there's really big rollers here from the south, east. What's that with that? Anyway, seems like we just need to jump on in, get it going. See this? Wow. Rock and roll. All right, Laine, let's go find the grouper. Let's go find it.
Friends.
We're looking for friends to come snorkel with us.
Come snorkel with us.
We're just a little, just saw a big reef shark.
It's like only like 4 feet, but however,
I think it was bigger than 4 feet.
I think it was just 4 feet. But he went around the boat, and then he went around us, and then we were going down. He's like around. I know he's curious, but like, bro, we're trying to like look at a boat here.
Yeah, we're diving a cool.
But if we had like 5 people, if there was more of us than like power in numbers, because he's just a little shark. It's just like, you know, sharks.
So pump us up about diving with sharks, okay?
Right.
It's fine, right? It's fine. We're probably gonna go back in.
They're just as scared as me, as I'm not scared of them.
Yeah. So, did some research. Thank you, Starlink. Colors that there really haven't been any attacks by reef sharks or barracuda. And so I decided that black is much better than white or bright colors.
We
that
decided
yellows.
Google told us. I've removed the yum yellow and the bright white and the pants that look like sparkly scales. And Gia put on this wonderful shirt because Starlink.
And I figured that if I wrap the Great Lakes, no salt, no sharks, no problem, they'll probably just stay away. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Also, there's no attacks by reef sharks.
Yeah.
They don't attack people, they're just curious.
I'm just curious.
We just have to like not swim away fast or freak out, which is what we knew, actually.
Yeah. I was remaining eye contact.
Yeah. I swam away really fast.
I was trying to keep up. There was a lot of bubbles. I just saw bubbles. Bubbles and but look, now we're wearing the appropriate clothing to swim with sharks.
They say black is best. And so here we are.
We're less eye-catching.
Yeah, less eye catching.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off this bracelet too, just in case.
Yep. Yeah,
All
because
right.
they don't like shiny things.
Well, they do like shiny things.
Oh, they do like shiny things, so we don't want to be shiny, which is like against the whole glitter and grease mentality.
I know.
We don't grease in the ocean, and we don't want glitter in the ocean. So here we are.
We're going into spy mode. We're ninjas now. We're not ninjas. We're underwater spies.
We're underwater spies. Looking at Rex, figuring out things little by little. Whee! Okay, let's go. Take 2. So we finally get in the water after pumping ourselves up, and there are sharks, and it is okay. We sink in to how beautiful this wreck is. This is the stern side, the stern wreckage, where you can see the chains plates, the mizzen mast, the tiller, and the rudder over here, as well as the wooden and steel sides of the ship splayed open. This ship sank in the early hours of January 21st, 1907, and this boat was built in 1875 as a fast shipping vessel from Europe over to the Americas. It was one of the tall ships. It was a steel hull style windjammer, as it's called, and it has so many sails. It has 3 masts, a huge bowsprit, and sails off the back. Truly something that the Dry Tortugas saw often come through. However, it sank when it had a navigational error for dawn, and this boat hit the reef.
They were able to save all the timber aboard and all of the crew, but the vessel was lost. And it is just wild because she is about 20 feet down in some places, but also breaks the water in others. And it is home to absolutely amazing corals, tons of fish, and of course, sharks. There's this one mooring ball, and you can spend 2 hours diving here when you come visit the park, and it is so worth it. We are absolutely mesmerized by the amount of fish, the huge wreck itself, and just how proud we are about getting back in the water. No salt, no sharks, no problems, says the Midwest, Great Lakes. But here we are in the salt water. Here you can see what they call the bilge keelson that goes along the keel and the port hull side. There are so many great pieces here. You can see the davits, the frames. Sharks circle around, just saying hey, making sure they know we're here. Here we see a few nurse sharks as well. I saw 2. That nurse shark you see on the left hung out for just a little while, and there were definitely 2 reef sharks that kept coming around. I mean, we're in their house, aren't we? Here, we move to the bow wreckage. This right here is the bowsprit, and you can actually see it connected to the anchor. They try to drop anchor to keep the boat from sliding into deeper waters. Near the bow reaches up to the top of the water's edge, and there are so many fish here. We stay here for quite a while. Just look at it. These big, long logs are the masts. There's the foremast, and you can see the smaller logs here. Those wooden pieces are the yards, and those held the sails down and up because they're the big rectangular sails. There's just so much to see, and it's all on top of each other. There's even machinery inside. We don't have scuba tanks, so we don't get down too deep. And this part here is in the 20, 21, 22 feet. And so we don't go down too often, as we're still a little exhausted from all the adrenaline of sharks, but we do get down to go see. Feel proud of ourselves that we can dive almost probably 15 feet down just on our lungs. Feels really good. As we gaze, so you can see the construction and how it's a home and a grid for coral. Being able to explore wrecks like this has been a dream of ours, to jump off the boat in a location and get to see the underwater world. It's truly a highlight of this trip, and when we heard we could dive this wreck, it was immediately a goal. Here we finally see the Goliath grouper. If you look closely, he's dark, but you can see his big eyes poking up right there. He's huge. This wreck is huge. And apparently there's an even bigger one that we don't see. It's so big. As we dive down, the grouper goes back into his hiding hole, and we get to revel in the fish, the coral, the fan, the finger pull. It's amazing. And our boat isn't even that far. Being underwater totally transforms the psyche. Things move slower in your mind, even though watching these videos it seems to move so quickly. Feel weightless, yet the current pulls us so strongly, so we're constantly working just to stay in place. It's a great workout. We're grateful for our thrift store fins and fancy eye masks. Always looking for upgrades, but for now, this gets us here, and it is so incredible. Here, you see the main mast and the lower yards splayed out between the two. Such big ships. It's about time for us to return to Uptown Girl. We're getting pruny, a little bit tired, and that's usually our note to get back on and take a rest. So here we go. Time to process and get back.
How was it?
Really cool. It's really cool. Gia found a little grouper. A little grab.
Yeah. He was still big.
Still big, but a baby big one. I saw a nurse shark. I love nurse sharks.
I saw 2 nurse sharks.
If only they were the only ones.
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
But we did it. We went back in. We swam with the big sharks.
We did. We did. We did. They were all over. There was a lot of them.
But they were none. They were bigger than us.
Nope.
So
Did they stay their distance?
I do feel like I was less intriguing without the bright colors.
Yeah.
I did feel less intriguing.
Same. For all creatures, actually. So
I guess
now
that
we know.
works out in like real life too. We go out there all bright and colorful. Nice catch.
This current is ripping.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we can see the fort and the lighthouse.
We have about 4 to 5 miles to go, and the wind, of course, has come right at our nose. There's lots of coral heads around, so we have to look out, but it is just stunning. And we are elated. We are proud that we got back in that water. We know sharks are friends, and there are not reef shark or nurse shark attacks. They're not interested in humans. And so this is a big stepping stone for us in our journey to take the boat to a place, dive in, and conquer fear. So join that $33 a month Creatrix.
All right, let's take the snubber off. It's so pretty this morning. We are on our way out. Look how many clouds and birds. Goodbye, Dry Tortugas. It's been a really great week. Now, snubber off.
Laine first removes the snubber, which keeps the anchor chain quiet since we sleep with our heads next to the anchor chain. I steer into the wind, which she's showing me with her hand, so she can pull up the anchor by its chain. We have about 120 feet of chain, and yes, we pull it up by hand every single time. And yeah, we do take turns. We dry it off on this towel, and then put it into the anchor locker through a tiny hole and attach that nice and tight. We've waited for the perfect weather window, and here it is. We are so grateful to have the wind to sail all the way up to Pine Island over the next, overnight. So we turn back into the wind and get the main sail. It's important to go into the wind, otherwise there's too much pressure on it and we can't lift it, but it's always getting caught on lazy jacks, which are incredible. So we tighten it because we have a long day of sailing, and then turn off the wind and of course You can't see it here, but we unfurl the jib, which is that line going in right now that Laine's at, and that I'm tightening over there on that sheet. So now that we have both sails up, we are really cooking. We turn off the engine pretty much right away. It is a beautiful, beautiful sailing journey. We go about 150 miles, and it is blissful. We love having the rhythm of the two of us on the boat. While it's a little easier if we have someone else to keep watch, there's something really simple about the rhythm and the trust that the two of us have developed, almost communicating without having to say much. It's beautiful.
Bye, Fort Jefferson. Bye, frigates. Good morning, Gia. Hello, space. This is how we feel when we get there. Otherwise, about 15 miles, one day. Let's see. Bye, frigates.
Haha! Sorry.
As all journeys do, the wind picks up, the wind slows down, the water changes hour by hour, and we have a beautiful time. We motor, we make tea, put the sails up and down, change the place of sail, watch sunsets and sunrises, and sail for about 30 hours, taking shifts. The stars are incredible overnight, and we are happy. We end up at Pine Island, and then where we anchor and we sleep for almost a whole day. Then we head up to Sarasota to see Purple Mike, who shows us an amazing time with great live music. We get to meet incredible people, sailing friends, and go out on the town.
Heading up King Mackerel, there's the same.
It's rainbow. Hi! Look at this! We are cooking our first fish! Wow! Isn't it beautiful? Mackerel!
Yep, our first fish. Our homecoming meal.
The fish is delicious. We savor every bite, grateful to the ocean. Fish feels life. It's nice to be in familiar waters, pull in without a hitch, and are greeted by friends. This is Laine, and I'm Gia, and thank you for watching the adventure.